Do you know why I'm here?
There are many reasons people seek out therapy. Grief, anxiety, depression, trauma, addiction, even relationships. Those are probably the most common.
Yes. I suffer from all of that. I suffer from everything. I'm always depressed and I'm always fighting with myself because half of me has these dreams and goals and these huge passionate desires, and the other half of me just tells myself I'm a fucking loser and I can't do anything, and that nobody cares about me and nobody believes in me and nobody loves me. And
Okay, slow down. One step at a time.
do you know what the worst part is? I had a boyfriend, right? And all I ever wanted was for him to believe in me, and he never did. He just laughed at me and he used me. And so I eventually just told him to just get the hell out of my life. And when he did, when he was gone, I didn't even believe in myself. Like, I literally treated myself worse than he ever did.
So it's not so much a specific problem or issue that you're dealing with. The problem that you're dealing with is you.
I am a very passionate person. I just have so much love in my heart, and I don't have anybody to give that to.
Well, the old adage says you can't find love until you learn to love yourself.
No, I love myself. And I also hate myself. See, I told you I'm crazy.
You're not crazy.
When I'm too confident, people think that I'm a bitch. And if I'm not confident enough, then they think that I'm weak.
You can't live by what other people think.
I try to change my way of thinking, forgive myself, surround myself with positive people. I don't know, it just always ends up the same. Sometimes I get these thoughts, like, of all these things that I want to do in my life. And they'll just be racing, and I keep dreaming and dreaming of all these things. And then I'm laughing at myself because I can't do any of that. I mean, I just tell myself that I'll never be anything.
Was your family supportive of you, or did they talk to you in a negative way? Boyfriends as well?
When they would tell me that I would never do anything with my life, I hated them for it. And I wanted to prove them wrong, obviously. But a little part of me believed it. I mean, my ex-fiance would tell me that I was wonderful and that he supported me. And I never believed him and I never trusted him. You see, I am my own worst enemy. I mean, sometimes I just wake up in the morning and I go into my closet and I scream.
How does that feel? How does the screaming make you feel?
Good. It feels good. Like a relief. And then my roommates look at me like I'm insane.
Maybe scream when you're alone.
Yeah, maybe.
After speaking to you, I have to say you seem so well adjusted. You seem happy.
I am happy. I mean, I always try to look on the positive side of things.
And you are seemingly well adjusted, yes?
I mean, yeah. I'm about to graduate college. I work. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
Okay. So
why am I in therapy?
Begs the question.
My parents, I guess you can say that they didn't like each other very much. I guess you can say that they hated each other. And I think, well, they told me that they only stayed together because of me, but not in a loving way, in a thanks for ruining our lives by being born type of way.
That's a lot of unnecessary pressure to put on a child.
Oh, I was used to it. See, they would say everything they could to hurt each other, so they both got used to it. So they needed someone else they can hurt.
Did they ever physically hurt you?
No. Words hurt far much worse. So they would tell me that I'm ugly, that I'll never be anything. My father would compare me to my mother and say that I'm gonna grow up to be a whore, just like her. And my mother would tell me that I'm a liar and a piece of shit, like my father.
And how did you deal with this?
I would work really hard in school. I would focus on everything and anything but actual life.
And why do you seem so happy?
Well, they would argue in the morning. So that's usually what I'd wake up to. And it'd always make me cry. And then they would argue all night. So I'd usually cry myself to sleep. So I would spend the rest of the day happy, grateful.
That's both wonderful and extraordinarily heartbreaking.
Sometimes in life you laugh, so you don't cry.
What's the relationship like with them now?
Horrible, but I try to be the mature one, check on them. They still didn't get a divorce, even though I don't live there anymore.
And what did the years of mental abuse do to you?
Well, it taught me how to not raise my children, that's for sure. But it also fucked me up. Like, I don't really think anyone could love me. If a guy ever told me he loved me, I would never believe him. And I don't really think I'm pretty or smart. Even when I do well in tests, I can't find it in me to see myself as anything good, really. When you've been told your entire life that you don't deserve anything good to happen to you, you start to believe it. So, but hey, I'm gonna keep smiling because maybe one day I won't feel that anymore. Maybe.
Okay, so you're here for anger management and unprofessional behavior, yes?
Yeah, they told me that I need therapy or they fire me. Can you believe that? Therapy or I lose my job.
Okay, so what do you do exactly?
I suffer. I drink wine, a lot of wine. Oh shit, you meant my job. I am actually the head copywriter for an ad agency. We work on the M&M Mars company. You know, M&M candy. Chocolate's better in color. We have plain and peanut, and we now just have fucking caramel, just what the world needs.
Okay, sounds fun.
Fun? Did you say sounds fun? No, this is not fun. This is hell. I am a writer. I graduated from NYU, and all I do and all I have done for the past 5 years is make up ways for little talking fucking chocolates to be witty. No, that is not fun. No, it's not fun at all. Is that fun to you? Because it actually makes me suicidal and homicidal, so no, it's not actually fun. My professor told me that I was going to be the next Jane Austen, the next Maya Angelou, Agatha Christie. And now all I do is make talking chocolate funny. And no, they are not funny. They are fucking candy. Why are they speaking? I mean, what are they doing? They traumatizing little kids? I mean, who are we actually appealing to here? Who are we trying to reach? Does talking candy actually make you want to eat it?
Is there another department that you can transfer to?
No, there's not another department. They can't transfer me. Look, okay, so I make a lot of money, and I've developed a very expensive lifestyle. God, I should have married rich. Do not marry for love, remember that. God, a fucking stupid campaign. Vote red, vote green, vote blue. Why the fuck does anybody want to vote for their favorite candy color? It doesn't make any sense. And it was a hit. People are idiots.
Look, if you're doing well at your job, maybe you can find some sort of outside activity to fulfill you.
Okay, let me tell you something. There is a big, giant blue M&M right outside of my boss's office, like right in the front of his desk, and it has our slogan on it. Melts in your mouth, not in your hands. And one night I was at work and I was there really late and I started drinking and I got a marker and I drew a big old dick right next to those words.
Was that your way of fighting back peacefully?
Well, then the next day the CEO came in and he saw it and he asked me about it. And then when he was talking to me, I told him he could take his M&Ms and he could shove them up his ass. And then I started to shove them all into his mouth. And then when security pulled me off of him, they said that I needed to go to therapy.
All over M&Ms.
Yeah. All over those cute, colorful, little shitty, button-sized candies.
So the question that keeps coming over me over and over again, and the reason I decided to come to therapy is, what's wrong with me?
Sort of a loaded question, don't you think? I mean, there's things wrong with everyone.
Okay, so I guess this pertains to the men that I date. Look, I'm not stupid. I'm an independent woman with her shit together, but the guys that I date, for lack of a better terms, they're all assholes. They're liars, they're cheaters, they're sex addicts, they're freaks, they're users, abusers, they're married or they're terrified of getting married. So yeah, in the end, they're all assholes.
Okay, well, I would think a lot of women would agree with what you just said in regards to a lack of quality in available men.
But see, my friends, they date these normal, cool people, and I get it, nobody is perfect, but they're in real relationships, and me? There's something about me that keeps attracting all these idiots.
So you believe you're the common denominator in all these bad relationships?
It's like I'm a prick magnet. I attract people that aren't good for me.
Not to sound cliche, but what was your relationship like with your father?
I never even knew him.
Well, that has certain implications.
Look, people get into bad relationships for a variety of reasons. I've done extensive Googling on this. But maybe I'm just scared to get hurt, but I keep gravitating towards men that I know I'm not gonna love, or maybe I just like to date assholes, or...
Well, what do you think?
I think I'm not doing anything. I want to find my Prince Charming. I'm tired of settling, I'm tired of hoping, and I'm tired of checking my Match.com results to see who's a bigger asshole than the next.
How can I help you?
Are there people that can't love? Are there people that aren't meant to be in love?
I don't believe that. I don't think you believe it.
I'm tired of hooking up with people. I'm tired of sharing someone, and I don't want to be in a relationship that's 75% fucking technology because I can't even be with them. I'm complaining a lot, I know, but I want to meet the right person.
So there's a quote, once you stop looking for what you want, you get what you need.
I guess it's been so long that I don't even know what I need.
Describe the perfect man.
Physically?
No, everything else.
Funny, honest, sweet, kind, generous, gentle. But most of all, I want to be with someone who wants to be with me as much as I want to be with them.
And that will come. Just don't look so hard.
Sometimes what you're looking for is right in front of you, right? You just gotta open your eyes and see. I'm trying. I really am.
You know, I'm constantly irritated. Whether I'm standing in line, sitting in traffic, somebody has me on hold, it drives me crazy. And it's more than frustration. I get violent. I was at Verizon the other day, and this guy was going to help me. But he was on his phone. And it took everything I had, everything, not to lay his ass out.
So the frustration immediately leads to thoughts of violence?
Yeah, totally.
What else?
I scream at people. Sometimes for no reason. Like my kids, forget it. If I'm trying to concentrate and they're doing, whatever kids do, playing or whatnot, I'll just start screaming and cursing. It's bad.
So how fast do you go from calm to furious?
Fast. Really fast. So fast it scares the shit out of my wife. And she's the one that insists that I come here.
I thought you were court ordered to come here.
I was, but I don't listen to that shit. They could put me in jail as far as I'm concerned. She's way bigger motivation. She's scarier than I am.
When you get mad and vent, who do you blame?
Damn. Who don't I? My family, my friends, my coworkers, the government. Shit. Anybody and everybody.
But never yourself.
Nah, I always try and put it on someone else.
So once you have a better understanding of the severity of your anger problem, the next step is to learn anger management techniques, because that's going to help you to feel less angry and get better control over your emotions.
I was at work last week, and I tried to send an email, but the server was down. So I started feeling, frustrated. And the phone was ringing and ringing and ringing. And that sound, it was getting into my brain. And I could feel my hands shaking with rage. And this guy, Jeremy, made this joke. This stupid joke. Something like, I ate his apple or something. So I jumped up and I grabbed him by his throat and I just started squeezing harder and harder. Oh my God, he was choking and I couldn't get my hands off of him. And I just couldn't stop. I just kept saying, "You think that's funny? You think that's funny, huh?" I almost killed him. Over a joke about an apple.
You need help.
Damn straight.
There is an expression where I'm from. They say, la troppa buonezza finisce la monnezza.
Sounds pretty.
Well, that's the Italian way of saying that nice guys finish last, but it literally means too much goodness ends up in the trash.
America also has the nice guy saying.
And what does it mean here?
Different things. I've heard everything from winning requires toughness, even ruthlessness, all the way to decent, friendly people are often outmaneuvered or overwhelmed by not so decent people.
Yeah, well, I was taught not to finish last. I spent many years as a salesman, and my boss always told us, don't worry if you have to lie about the product to get the customer to buy it. Just be sure you sell it. And this is how I live my life. Whatever I want, whatever I need, I do whatever I have to in order to get it.
At the expense of others?
Yes, always. And I never really cared. If I needed a car, I would manipulate some woman to buy me a car. If I needed money, I would tell my friend that my family back home was sick and I had no money to help them, and they would give it to me. When I sold used cars, I sold people cars were actually dangerous. I said whatever I had to so they would buy it. And this is how I lived my life for a long time.
And yet, now you're here.
What's that word? That word that it's like a voice telling that what you're doing is wrong?
Your conscience?
Yes, well, mine has been asleep for a long time. And just recently, he woke up. I thought maybe it was God yelling at me. Or maybe God is your conscience. Either way, now, when I use people, when I lie, I don't sleep at night. Makes me feel sick to my stomach.
So now the con artist inside you has to deal with the good person inside you.
And they are at war.
All people have a battle of good and evil inside of them. We just have to work on letting the good win.
Well, all my life I heard my father say, la troppa buonezza finisce la monnezza, la troppa buonezza finisce la monnezza. Well, if the nice guys finish last, I think I'll be okay finishing last. Because I don't want to be this person anymore. I hate this person. I really do.
So I pretty much sold weed in college just so I could make a couple extra bucks. I didn't want to get like a job, work at a Chick-fil-A or campus bookstore. So after college, when I couldn't find a job because college is fucking useless, I decided to sell again.
Did you sell other drugs as well?
Nah, it was just weed, Shit's basically illegal now anyway, so I'm not like a drug dealer.
I'm not accusing you of anything.
People just come to me for a dime, a dub. I'm not like a Mexican cartel or anything, just a little side hustle. I didn't even know the kid. He you know those Whereas Waldo books kind of look like Waldo. Called him Waldo even. Never knew his real name. He became a regular to me. Waldo would come every Thursday night. Most people, they came on the weekends, but Waldo, every Thursday night.
Were you friendly with him at all?
Nah, it was just business.
And when did you find out?
So, I was at a party, and my friend Ryan was like, yo, the dude you sold to, he got wasted, and he killed a pregnant woman with his car. And I'm like, wait, what? Who? That's when I found out. Look, I know what alcohol does to people, and fuck that drinking and driving shit, but weed never fucked me up like that.
Marijuana significantly impairs judgment, motor coordination, and reaction time.
Yeah, because this lady was just minding her business, walking across the street, and the dude fucking killed her.
And how do you feel?
How do I feel? That I sold a guy pot, he got wasted and killed a pregnant woman with his car? I feel responsible. I mean, you could say if he didn't get it for me, he was going to get it for somebody else, but he didn't get it for somebody else.
That's probably accurate.
He didn't. It's my fault. Ultimately, I was an accomplice to that shit.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was. If it wasn't for me, that woman, that baby would still be alive. Isn't that true?
I can't say.
I can say it. I killed a mother and her unborn child. All because I didn't want to get a real job. You think anybody at Walmart kills a baby because of their job? No. But I did.
So what would you like to talk about?
Nothing.
Can't really help you if you won't talk to me.
I have nothing to talk about.
Well, okay. Why don't you tell me what's been going on in your life?
You know, same old. Drama with different guys, dealing with fake girls. Just trying to do me, you know?
Okay. What else?
I went on a date with this guy last week. He was such a douche. Why do guys never want to get to know you? Why do they only think about sex all the time?
Is anything else bothering you?
There's a lot of things, a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now. It's like we're just trying to do everything that we can do to survive.
And that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can we talk about the fact that your sister killed herself?
I don't want to talk about that.
It's important to talk about it. You can't keep it all in. It's going to make you sick, physically and mentally, emotionally.
Did you know I throw up every morning? Every day I wake up from my bed and everything just hits me all at once and I throw up.
I've seen that before.
And some days I feel nothing all day. I'm not sad or anything.
There is no normal when dealing with tragedy.
We were like best friends. You know, if she was so sad or so depressed, why didn't she tell me? We told each other everything. Every secret, everything.
So are you more upset because you're feeling betrayed? Because you thought if anyone would confide in you during the worst time in their life, it would have been her?
Why couldn't she just talk to me? I was right there. She could have just talked to me. And I'm mad at myself for being mad at her. The only person I could talk to anything and everything about is gone. And I miss her so much.
I have, it seems, more and more patients that are suffering from PTSD.
Fucking sucks, you know? When you enlist, they push all the benefits of joining the service. Guaranteed paychecks, free housing for the family, benefits. They fail to mention that you're going to be fucked up for the rest of your life.
Not the rest of your life. Every day we're making great strides in helping people like yourself. Do you regret signing up?
No. Hell no. This country, we need soldiers. It is an honorable thing to do, but I don't know. Think about if it was my kid going in. No way. Not after what I've seen. After what I'm dealing with. So I never told anybody about what I did over there. I was a Marine Corps infantry machine gunner in Iraq. My first deployment was... it was hell. I lost a lot of good friends over there. One right in front of my eyes.
I'm so sorry.
But see, they just tell you to suck it up. Don't be a pussy. I was dealing with shit that I wasn't ready to deal with. Seen things no one ever should. Do you know what a 50 caliber round does to somebody's head? If you can imagine a large wooden mallet smashing a watermelon. You know what the hardest part is, though? Is that I'm home now, but I'm still at war, you know? It's like this war of anger and anxiety fought in the back of my mind. When I was fighting in Iraq, most of the time, I didn't even know who the enemy was. Fucking insurgents take pot shots at you and then go back into hiding. Dealing with this PTSD shit is the same thing, only worse. Because at least over there, I can fight back. Here, I don't know how to. In war, you learn how to shut out all the horrible shit. It's called survival mode. Your mind and body go numb, but you don't recoil from it. You embrace it. You joke around about it. You have to.
But now, you're back home.
Right, but I'm still in survival mode. You understand? I'm suffering. A lot.
There are ways to combat it. Deep breathing, social support, expressive writing can help to really get it out.
So I had to hold my friend's stomach together for 30 minutes while I'm watching him die. And he's telling me he's never going to meet his daughter. And then I had to lay on top of his body and pretend to be dead for 10 hours. Because insurgents were trying to find me too. So I don't think deep breathing is going to help me, Doc. Sorry.
Well, the good news is anxiety and depression are treatable.
Wonderful. I'll just take more medication. Whatever the hell they have me on isn't doing anything. I mean, I feel numb, so maybe that's a good thing.
So, from your point of view, describe yourself to me.
Look up hot mess in the dictionary. There I am.
Yeah, I see a young, beautiful girl.
Well, then maybe you need meds too. I am either depressed and out of it or irritable and angry. My mood swings are like out of control. Sometimes I'm starving and sometimes I go days without eating. Like the rare occasion I do feel attractive and then I see that really hot girl at my job and all the guys are staring at her when she walks by, ignoring me. Yeah. Those are the days I stop eating. Or I eat everything.
So, your self-esteem is...
What self-esteem? I'm not tall enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough, not talented enough. What the hell am I?
You're comparing yourself to everyone else. Everyone else doesn't matter.
Please. That's what every girl does in high school. Every girl compares themselves to everyone else and that stays with you. I wake up and look in the mirror and I don't like myself. Some days I truly hate myself. Some days I can't even make it to the mirror. See? Hot mess.
We can help you. A mixture of cognitive behavioral therapy and antidepressants.
Please, no more pills.
So tell me what goes on in your head on a normal day.
Social anxiety from the second I wake up. And let me tell you, social media does not help with that shit. Usually I listen to music that calms me down a bit. Then work, college, my dating life. I don't even know what the hell it is. There are guys I know that couldn't like me. And then what if they did? It sounds so stupid, but I'm so scared. Like, I want to date these guys, but I'm scared. And I don't even know what I'm scared of.
Look, you're young. You're supposed to be scared. And I can tell you women of every age are scared when it comes to men and dating and whatever.
My friend, she's like me. She's a freak too, but she drinks and gets high like every day and she says it helps, but I don't want that to be me. I already feel like a huge disappointment to my family. They don't need another alcoholic too.
How? How can a young girl be a disappointment? Your life hasn't even started yet.
Because wouldn't my mom be happier if I was normal? I don't want to be a disappointment to my family. Or to myself. When I was younger, I would write this dark poetry. It was stupid, but it at least helped me get my feelings out.
You're not going to believe it, but this is just a phase.
And soon it gets better. Yeah. Right. I feel trapped inside of a person that doesn't like me. And I don't like her. And that sucks.
I wrote poetry about my own death when I was your age too.
Did you write your name with your own blood too?
No.
I win.
The first time he hit me, I guess I was in shock. I couldn't react. It's not like I didn't react. It's more like I couldn't. You know, like if you saw an alien spaceship land in your backyard, you can see that it's there. But I mean, you don't really believe it.
Had he shown signs of violence prior to this?
He'd shown signs of being the most amazing guy in the world. I mean, he treated me like gold. He adored me. Basically worshiped me. And then he just got aggressive and possessive. Him hitting me was the last thing I ever thought would happen.
Did he apologize?
No. It wasn't, hey, I'm sorry I lost my temper. It was, this is gonna be your life if you ever fuck around with me.
Did you do anything behind his back?
Absolutely not. I had to stop texting my male friends. I stopped going out with my girlfriends.
So he wanted to strictly own you, like a possession.
Yeah. And look, when I got pregnant, my family basically disowned me. So he was all I had. Fuck. Do you know how it feels like to be trapped like that? No money. No family. Just this fucking psychopath following you around, watching your every move.
Did he continue to hit you?
Yeah. But I didn't do anything wrong. You see, he hit me for the shit that he made up. And, like, when we were having sex, he would stop in the middle and start choking me.
Why? Why did he do that?
In his words, quote, I was imagining fucking other men. Or, he thought that I was thinking about other men. So he would hit me for the shit he made up.
So his insecurities were so severe that he had to invent things. Did you think about going to the police?
One time when he was beating me with that thing by the fireplace. I told him I was gonna go to the cops. And then he picked up my baby and threatened him. And so he scared me straight. The pain of when he would beat me or whip me, that went away. But the fear, the fear of what he would do next or what he was capable of, that never went away.
When did you decide to do it?
I thought about it a lot, but not in like a real way. But one night when he'd just beaten the shit out of me, I got up to pee and I saw him sleeping there. I don't know, I went to the kitchen, I grabbed a knife, and in almost a calm way, I slit his throat. The cops, saw the bruises, and I got off on self-defense, but even if I had gone to jail, the moment he stopped breathing, I felt a peace. A peace I never thought I'd ever feel again.
When my grandmother died last year, I thought maybe I just wasn't that close to her. Maybe there wasn't enough of a connection. But when my dad died last month,
I'm so sorry.
when my dad died, nothing. No tears. People thought I was in shock. But there was nothing. I just kept looking at myself in the mirror saying, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Grief can be surprising and unpredictable.
So what am I? Just some heartless bitch? Do I not feel love? Am I incapable of feeling emotions like everyone else?
Some people feel numb when someone dies, and then they feel intense grief much later.
No, you don't get it. I never cry. I really think something is wrong with me.
When was the last time you cried?
I don't know. Maybe when I was 5 and I watched the movie Dumbo. You know, the one where the elephant loses his mother. Dumbo made me cry. It's not that I don't feel anything. I do. But I don't. It's just I don't know how to let it out.
Not everyone cries when they grieve. Look, you can't compare yourself to others, and you especially can't compare yourself to what society says you should or shouldn't do.
When my last boyfriend broke up with me, I just stared at him. On the inside, I could feel my heart breaking. But nothing came out. He thought I didn't care. But I did.
Were you crying on the inside?
Yes. Maybe. I don't even know anymore. I tried psychoanalyzing myself. I figured I just put up so many walls to, protect myself from getting hurt, that now I can't get out from behind them even if I wanted to. Or I'm just heartless. There are people in the world like that, that have no soul, have no true feelings.
You don't believe that, do you? Do you miss your dad?
Of course. I loved my dad. Maybe, I guess, if I can feel love, then I'm not some heartless bitch after all. I just wish I could let it out. Why the hell can't I express what I feel? I was at his funeral and I was screaming at myself. Cry. Your father is gone. Cry. But I just couldn't.
It's not fair to do that to yourself.
Maybe one day it'll all just come out. Maybe I'll just break down and cry for weeks. Or maybe I'll just remain numb forever. I'll remain numb forever.
Okay. John Smith.
Yeah, that's not my real name, by the way.
Okay.
My name's Joey Colucci, a.k.a. Big Joey, a.k.a. Joey Half a Sack. I got shot in the nuts a while back, but I don't want you to know my name.
Then, Mr. Smith, what brings you here?
I need some help. I can't talk to any of my friends about it, so I decided to come to you.
That's what I'm here for.
I work for this guy. He lends people money. But he ain't a bank or nothing like that. So, guy borrows money. Guy don't pay it back. They send me. I'm a juice man, leg breaker. You get it?
I think I got it.
The problem is, I'm like a half a sucker sometimes, For example, this douchebag borrows $25K. Pays back not even $1,000. For that, I gotta break his arm, kneecap. I gotta send a big message. He starts crying to me. Next thing you know, I'm crying. All of a sudden, I'm writing him a check.
I see. So your heart and your conscience are greater than your ruthless, cruel, and illegal profession?
Exactly. Last week, this guy borrows 50 grand. Right? He don't pay back a dime. Boss says you gotta kill him or burn his house down. I burn his house down.
I see.
Problem is, I let him move in with me. Him, his mother, her 3 cats. I fucking hate cats. They erase all my shows I record on my DVR. They eat all my cookies. Mother makes a good ossobuco, though. But still, I'm sleeping on the couch. I can't get into my own bathroom. This is a problem.
I'm trying to understand what exactly it is that you want from me. Do you just want me to help you find the strength to quit this job?
Huh? No. I need you to help me. I need you to help me get rid of these people. I mean, there's hair in the shower. There's hair all over the place. It's gross. You know what? Maybe we could do one of those group therapy things, and you tell them they gotta go. I mean, you're the therapist. They'll listen to you.